Good evening and welcome to ICRC's coverage of Saturday night football as we come to you playoff edition. As we're coming to you from Roger Bacon as the 7-3 Spartans play host to the 9-1 Cowboys. My name is Rob Roberts, and the man to my left tonight as usual is the coach, Tony Bray. And coach, Wyoming comes in winners of 8 in a row, 9-1 overall. They're led by quarterback Kyle Seafried. Even though he missed 6 games, still threw for 1,104 yards. And you don't want to forget about his big target, Jonathan Teague, 954 receiving yards.
Yeah, they've done a lot of good things. Even with the loss of their quarterback for 4 games, they were able to consistently win football games, and that's what's helped them get to this point tonight, Rob.
Now on the other side, Roger Bacon comes in 7-3. Overall, 4-3 in conference. They finished behind McNicholas, who finished the year 5-2. They're led by Tanner Sprong, 1,694 yards passing this year, 19 touchdowns, which is also a team record.
Balanced offensive attack that you're going to see here tonight from Roger Bacon, with Tanner Sprung throwing for 1,694 yards, starting tailback going over 1,100 yards as well. So Roger Bacon doing it on both ends, both running, both passing the football. It should be a great game here tonight.
I also want to watch out for number 2, Mike Jackson, the co-most valuable player in the conference this year as well. His 19 touchdown passes we talking about for Tanner's season record, 24 completions in the game is a record, and he's also completing 58% of his passes a year. This team, though, also has the kicker of the year in Nick Lander. And how about Nick Kelly, the scholar athlete in the GCL? Nothing wrong with that as well, as we're getting about ready to get underway here from Roger Bacon. No time, nothing like playoff football. Last night we saw North College Hill go down in the game you guys saw here on ICRC. But then we had upsets. Mount Healthy over Turpin, 27-16. So
that's why we play the games.
Why you play the games.
That's why we play the games.
For Wyoming, number 13 puts his left foot into this one. And we're underway here at Roger Bacon, fielded by 23, Brian Bean. He's out across the 15 to the 17. He's finally dropped there, and that's where Roger Bacon's going to start. 1st and 10 on their own 18-yard line.
Great coverage that time by the Wyoming special teams, and I think the kicking game is going to play a major part in tonight's game, Rob.
Special teams, causes a difference between winning and losing a lot of nights, and it's not in a coach's eye, but a lot of fans take for granted. They send motion. They're going to hand it off first man through, number 6, Dalen West, and he's going to lose about a yard. Not the way you want to start off for Roger Bacon in the offense. 2nd
Not at all.
11.
Number 98, Tony Davis, the defensive end, getting excellent penetration from Wyoming, causing that 2-yard loss on the play.
Of course, the quarterback, number 3, Tanner Sprong, in the shotgun. West to his left as they send motion with Farrell. And he's going to roll to his left, and he's looking Farrell's way. He's got Farrell out of Rockets 25 to the 26-yard line. Finally wrapped up, number 2, Jaylee Allen. Nice pitch and catch for about 11 yards as we see it queued up. As
we take a look at it here, a nice little spruce route ran by number 19 there. Gets the ball, looks it in, and picks up a couple of yards, setting down a 3rd and definitely convertible. situation here for Roger Bacon.
3rd and 3 for Tanner in the offense. He's looking to his right. He steps into this one. He's got a receiver at around the 39 to the 40-yard line, and that's going to be a 1st and 10. Nice pitch and catch by Gus St. Clair, and that's a 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
St. Clair doing an excellent job right there, Rob. Wyoming was in a zone defense as we take a look at it here. An excellent job finding a soft spot in that zone defense and picking up a 1st down.
Jamie Beals, number 5, on the tackle for the Cowboys as they send motion. And there's players moving all over, and they're going to get 53 on the false start here. But 53-6, half the offense was moving, and that's going to send them back 5 yards. Penalties, really what you don't want to have, especially in a playoff game.
Got to cut down on penalties. It can make or break you here in the second season, as we like to call it, the playoffs.
And Vincent Maka found guilty on that procedure. 5 yards. Set it back, 1st down 15. Ball on the 35-yard line. We're just underway here, 1st quarter, 1st round of the Ohio State playoffs. Tanner staying in the shotgun with West to his right. As they bring Farrell back in motion, they're going to run option, and Tanner's going to keep it himself. Gets it out to about the 41 before big old number 99 got there, Michael Newman.
Tanner looks like he gave up on the option a little too quick that time. Anytime you're running that play, you want to read that defensive end. As we take a look at it here, had an opportunity to pitch the ball out there to his tailback, but actually decided to keep that and turn it upfield.
Good there, the play there by 99. He got off the block of Innocent and was able to push that play back inside as well. And that's going to set up 2nd down and 10. As this time, they're going to hand it off to West. West is going to hop this one out to the outside to the 46, to the 48. Keeps moving the pile, and he's going to pick up 8 yards before being brought down by Beals and a host of Cowboys, but not before he picks up 8. And there's that 3rd and manageable again.
Dallin West did an excellent job that time. Got the ball off of the left side there, broke a couple of tackles, and picked up 7 or 8 yards on the play.
3rd down, call it 2.5 for Tanner in the offense. This time they're going to send West in motion. Tanner's rolling to his right. He's got a receiver, and he's got 19 again. He's going to pick up about 8 yards, and that's a 1st down for Will Farrell. And just like that, Roger Bacon is quickly in the Cowboy territory.
And they're doing an excellent job of picking apart that Wyoming zone defense as we take another look right here. Just a little drag route that time by number 19, Will Farrell. Right across the seam, picks up that 1st down.
Tanner Sprong brings the Spartans right back to the line. He's looking to the right. Now he's coming back left. He's got a receiver. That's Jackson. He's at a 10. He's at a 5. Touchdown, Roger Bacon.
This is the way that Roger Bacon wanted to start this football game off, Rob. They started off picking, taking the 6 to 7 yards, and then right there they go deep on a post route, right in the middle of that zone defense. Touchdown, Roger Bacon.
Nice route there around with Mike Jackson as he went into the post route. That was a beautiful throw there by Tanner. It's kind of a cool night. Maybe thought it'd take him a chance to warm up. He's throwing the ball nice on the spot early for the Spartans.
Well, they took a lot of time allowing Tanner to throw the ball during pregame warm-up, so that arm is pretty loose as we saw right there.
The extra point by Lundner is no good as it's wide left. That could be huge. But our new score at 9:16 remaining on a 46-yard touchdown pass from Tanner to Mike Jackson, the co-player of the year. As you go see queued up here, our score, Roger Bacon 6, Wyoming nothing.
As we take a look at it here, Tanner looking that way the entire time. Double coverage, actually, on the play. And Mike Jackson able to just beat the double team and make that catch.
The 20th touchdown pass of the season for Tanner Sprong as he hooked up with the co-player of the year, Jackson. And just like that, they come out 2 minutes, 44 seconds, and you're in the end zone the way you like it, right down the field. The false start, nothing could stop him, and that's a good early sign for Roger Bacon, because coming to this game, a lot of people said Wyoming, the most dangerous 6 seed that there is. So you have to like to come up early, jump out like that if you're Roger Bacon.
Well, the plus was that Roger Bacon was able to be balanced in this opening drive. They ran the ball well, and that set up the ability to throw the football.
Course 37, Nick Lindner, the kicker of the year in the conference, handles the kickoff duties for Wyoming. Back deep to return 22, Max Kaddish, and 6, Philip Schultz. That's a good way to get started. we'll get to our cast of characters, but we got to make sure our producer Pipes keeps working next weekend. Keep him busy. As Linder puts his right foot into this one, a beautiful high kick finally fielded right there by Kaddish. He comes around the 15 to the 20, makes the first guy miss, puts his hand on the ground. That's actually a good move, able to get out to the 23-yard line. Finally wrapped up by 55 on the play, and that's where they're going to start. 1st and 10, 55 being Nick Colleen, the 6'4" senior, 195-pounder. Looks like nothing, put his hand on the ground, able to get 5 more, but really slipped. He could have had a chance to spring one. That's where Wyoming is going to start off. 1st and 10. Of course, they're led by quarterback number 7, Kyle Seafried. As they go shotgun, as you see most teams do now this year, as they just run several wide receiver sets as they hand off. This time first man through, and he's going to get about 5 yards. Number 13 on the carry, Drew Perry, as they go mainly one back, 4 wide receiver sets. Perry's 1,004 yards rushing this year.
Yeah, they like to run the ball with Perry, and I think we're going to get a heavy dose of him tonight.
Especially the way Roger Bacon took the ball the first time down the field. If you're Wyoming, you want to score points, but maybe you want to try to work it a little bit and keep the ball out of Roger Bacon's hands as much as possible. As Seafried stays in that shotgun, he's looking right, the left, he swings it out there, and he's got a wide open guy to the 35, the 40, to the 42-yard line. Number 6, Philip Schultz, and just like that, pitch and catch. They pick up about 25 yards to the 1st and 10 out to the 46.
Yeah, there's a flag on the play though, Rob, and that may be coming back.
In the area of holdings, you're going to see it here. But it was almost tipped away by Roger Bacon right there. Jackson almost got to it, but a nice screen set up on the outside.
Bubble screen there, set up very nicely, but as you called it, there was a holding call against Wyoming. We'll move it back 10 yards and call it 2nd down again.
Not the way you want to start it with your Wyoming. Especially when you negate a 25-yard gain like that, it's going to come back, and they're going to have a 2nd down and about 17.
This is definitely not the position that Wyoming hoped to be in at this point. I can guarantee you that.
Call it 2nd down and around 20. Call it the 12-yard line. Shotgun again for the southpaw. They're setting up the screen, and they did. He's got blockers out front to the 20, to the 22. Finally wrestled down is Drew Perry, but not before he picked up 5 yards. 85, Jordan Avery on the tackle, but Roger Bacon sniffed out the quick screen pass you're going to see here.
Yes, we take a look at it again right here. Roger Bacon not getting sucked in, not being fooled at all at the screen. Doing an excellent job of running down the ball carrier was Jordan Avery making that tackle, setting up a 3rd and long now.
3rd down, call it about 10 to go. We're running 8 minutes here in the opening quarter. Roger Bacon took the opening drive down for a 44-yard touchdown pass to Jackson. This is Wyoming's first time with it. Seafried, the southpaw, looking to his right. He's being flushed out of the pocket, and no flag on that one. Now he's going to cut it back, and he's got a whole bunch of green in front of him. He's going to pick up the 1st down and more. He's going to dive out to the 37-yard line, give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
Excellent coverage downfield by Roger Bacon. As he looked downfield, he was very patient, tried to wait and see if something was going to open up, didn't see anything as we take a look at it here. And as you're taught to do as a quarterback, when you see green, you go. And he'll get enough for the 1st down here.
Roger Bacon's sideline wanted something with that takedown, but they let it go. It's playoff football, you let him play. But he's able to pick up 12 yards. They come out from a 2nd and 20 to pick up the 1st down. As Seafried stays in the shotgun with Perry to his right. Quick throw again as he hits Schultz again. He makes a couple guys miss. He's got to hop it to the outside. He's across midfield, and Jackson finally trips him up, but not before he reaches the 44-yard line. And a pitch and catch. This time they faked the screen. They went to the slot guy, but some questionable tackling. He's able to spring it loose. As you see right there, there's 3 Roger Bacon players.
As we take a look at it again here, Schultz doing an excellent job after catching the drag route. Broke about 2 or 3 tackles before finally being pushed out of bounds here.
Jackson got him. Ben Rose, 33, the linebacker, was there to get him up, but he was able to spring loose. He picks up 15 more and another 1st down, 44 on the Roger Bacon 44 for Seafried and the Cowboys. As they're on the move, as they try to tie this game up. They're going to hand it off to Perry. Perry makes the first 2 guys miss before Jackson wraps him up along with the help of number 8, Connor Mounty, but not before he's going to pick up about 6 yards. Second down, 4 to go on the 38.
Yeah, what we're seeing right here, Rob, is what we talked about a little while ago and how penalties can hurt you. Wyoming, without the penalty, seems to be moving the ball very well on this drive against this Roger Bacon defense.
Both teams moving the ball exceptionally well. 6:20 in, first possession of the night for Wyoming as they try to match Roger Bacon's score. Seafried and Perry still in the backfield. This time they're going to hand it off Perry. He's going to hop it to the outside. He's got a small lane. He lowers his shoulder, able to pick up about 4 yards. Tackled 5, Luke Figuroni. But you have to like the way Perry finishes, lowering the boom there at the end. Still picks up 5 yards, but you have to, especially the way you like to, the way you coach, you like the running back to finish that run. Make a defender think twice before he goes to tackle you.
Exactly. It appeared that Perry knew exactly where he was on the field, knew what he needed to get for the first down, and lowered the boom to try to get that extra half a yard.
Third down, 1 to go for the Cowboys. Seafried standing at the 40. He's going to fake the Perry. This time he's going over the middle. He's got a wide receiver just out of the reach. He had a man, 84, Jonathan Teague, the 954-yard receiver, but he overthrew him, but he was wide open, as you're going to see here.
That was a very gutsy call by the Wyoming coaching staff to take a shot. Everyone here thought they would run the football on 3rd and short. They take the shot down the field.
Now, do you take that shot knowing you're going to go for it on 4th down?
I think that you do. As we can see here that they're getting ready to go for the 4th down. So, yeah, it was an excellent call offensively by Wyoming.
This time they're going to go under center to Seafried. He's going to hand off Perry. Perry's got the first down and more. He's to the 25. He's riding. Jackson's riding him down to the 19, to the 20. 1st and 10 Wyoming. 3rd and 1. He gets 19 yards as Jackson got a little right at the end for about 5.
As we take a look at it here, Wyoming very confident in their ability to get that half a yard. And Jackson holding on for dear life right here. He said that was a touchdown saving tackle.
1st and 10, Wyoming on the 20, 5:10 remaining in the opening quarter. Very fast moving first quarter as they send motion. This time they're going to pitch it down to Perry, coming right into your living room. He's got the corner to 15, lowers his shoulder to the 10, to the 9, and it's going to be 1st and goal, Wyoming.
An excellent job of setting up blocks here by Wyoming's offensive line. They gave him the corner, did an excellent job getting the running back around that corner, number 23, Brian
Bean.
Bean is his name. Yeah, Brian
able
Bean.
To get the tackle at the end, you're going to see here. But nice seal blocks on the edge by the wide receivers before Bean and company get over there. Also over there, 19, Will Farrell, the wide receiver. As they've been pretty successful in the shotgun and under center. As they're going back under center to Perry, and Perry lowers his shoulder for 5 more to the 4. They look pretty good out from under center, too, going double tight end set.
Yeah, it's excellent to see a high school come out of that spread offense that we see so much today, Rob, and go into a base offense and be successful running the ball the way that Wyoming is in this opening drive.
Well, we had the discussion before the game on how we both agreed that the spread offense, even in college, it kind of hurts the development going to the next league, especially at the quarterback's position. And it's, like you said, good to see teams that still like to run double tight as we have whistles on the field. An official timeout.
Looks like it may be an equipment timeout.
Number 5, Luke Figuroni. Just going to check out the line for just a moment as Connor Mounty takes his place. We're going to whistle back and play. 4:15 remaining. Very entertaining, quick moving first quarter as we might be out of here in under 2 hours at this rate. Seafried hands off, first man through, and he's going to get bottled up at about the 2. As you're going to see the replay here. As he hands up, I thought that was a lineman, big old number 68 getting in the action. Tommy Campbell, the nose guard, as they bring in the buffet busters in the goal line situation. It's going to be 3rd and goal for the 2 as we're under 3:40 remaining in the opening quarter, and that's a That's a big man's paradise. That's his dream.
Going back to the old Chicago Bears days
with
the refrigerator Perry.
You didn't want to
get the big guy the opportunity.
You didn't want to get in front of his 415 pounds, especially when he got rolling downhill to sack the Patriots. And there's a fumble. Ball's loose.
Looks like Roger Bacon may have it.
And they do.
They do.
Wyoming Seafried on the bad center quarterback exchange. And Roger Bacon's going to take over the ball 1st and 10 on their own 1.5-yard line. But his huge swing of momentum is now on the Spartan side.
It's definitely not what Wyoming needed to have happen. They were on an excellent drive right there to turn the ball over inside the 5-yard line. It may come back to bite them.
Wyoming looked very good on that drive, too, up in the last second. Just a bad center. Let's see if we can see it here. And it got to his hands. It just slipped out of his hands. Of course, cold night. That ball gets kind of slick. It's hard as a rock. And Roger Bacon on the spot. They're going to have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 2-yard lines. They look to build upon an early 6-0 lead. 3:21 remaining. And we have a timeout on the field. Timeout, Roger Bacon, their first of the half. But big stand there for the Roger Bacon defense. And we talk about the high school level swings of momentum. They're going to happen several times during the game. And if you're Roger Bacon, you want to take care of that early. You're talking about a Wyoming team, state runner-up from a year ago. They have that playoff experience. We saw that last night in the NCH game against Alter here on ICRC, the 2-time defending state champion. They act like they had been there, done that before. So this really wasn't nothing to them. And you have to, Wyoming, they've been here before. They know how the momentum swings. But still, if Roger Bacon can jump up 2 scores, you have to worry about the psyche on that Wyoming sideline.
It definitely changes the way that you go about coaching, being down 2 scores early in a playoff football game.
Good crowd, good atmosphere here for Saturday night in Cincinnati. And I've said it a million times this season, no high school football like the Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky area. Great teams, even during the regular season, great fans, but just some of the best players and teams. You could have a winless team, and that can be a very dangerous team in this area. As Tanner goes under center, and he's going to hand off to West. West is going to get about 2 yards and breathing room out to about the 4-yard line. That's going to set up a 2nd down and 8.
Oh, we've got flags on the play. Looks like there may have been a little mixing it up there after the play was over.
And now you have the referee standing in the Roger Bacon huddle, talking to number 5. See what the call we have here. And that's going to be a half a distance, so we'll race the 2-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd down, 10 to go. We're going to see here at the end of the play.
Yeah, it looks like number 5 there, Luke Florini, may have gotten into a little bit of a scuffle as they were unraveling the pile.
I think he took exception to the way that pile was being, but you have to keep it cool. Remember, they never get the instigator.
Right.
They get
always the second man.
The person retaliating. That's what we see here. As we're going to go back down to 2nd down, 10 to go. They put the ball back on the 2. They hand it off to West. West, he's got a lane to the outside. He's going to hop across the 10 to the 15 to the 20 to the 25. Finally wrapped up there. Number 3. Chris Campbell, but not before he picked up 23 yards, and West, who's listed as the backup, playing like a starter tonight. 23 yards on a 1st down.
Well, the mentality looks like it's changed here for Roger Bacon as they too go under center, I formation, and West is doing an excellent job reading blocks, finishing the run there.
How about the block of number 2, Jackson, your co-player of the year, scored a touchdown. He sprung that with his block on the edge, and they said wide receivers don't block anymore. As they send motion with Bean, and there's a ball loose, and very lucky to hold on to it was West as he just got blown up out on the edge by Jill Allen and company for the Cowboys.
West did an unbelievable job of concentrating and being able to bring that ball in right there, Rob. He knew the shot was coming. As we take a look right here, he sees the shot coming, concentrates on the ball, and takes a big shot at the end of that play.
Allen bringing the boom, and that's going to set up a 2nd down, 14, but you can tell he took his eyes off the ball. He saw the hit coming. As they send motion with Farrell, but Tanner's going to roll to his right. He's got a receiver, and Farrell drops it just a tad underthrown to 26. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 14 for the Spartans.
The old waggle play right there being ran by Roger Bacon, and as you said, Will Farrell had a drop on the linebacker there, just couldn't hold on to the football.
3rd down, 14 for the Spartans, but the way they were winging it around on the first drive, definitely obtainable. off the right arm of Tanner Sprong and company as they go back shotgun. West is to his left once again as they go two top single to the bottom of your television. They're going to fake it. Now he's looking deep. He's got nothing. He's going to step up into the pocket. He's going to get sacked. 68 on the sack, Tommy Campbell. And that's going to set up a fourth down, as you're going to see it here.
Wyoming doing an excellent job with their front four, getting the penetration. And there's just nowhere for him to go right there. And Tanner Sprung doing a good job of just holding on to the football and taking the loss.
Campbell with the sack. Also, there was the linebacker, number 8, Eric Price, to get some dibs on that. And it's going to set up a fourth down, 16 to go as Lindner will punt this one away for the Spartans. A high kick. Fair caught at his own 48-yard line by Max Kaddish. And that's where Wyoming, after the turnover, doesn't hurt. They're going to set up 1st and 10, their own 49-yard line. 1:21 remaining here in the opening quarter from Roger Bacon.
Defensive Wyoming doing an excellent job of coming up with the stop there, giving the offense good field position to start their second drive of this football game here tonight.
Seafried in the offense, they looked pretty good up until that point where they fumbled on the goal line. Let's see how they come back out here for their second drive of the night as their defense was able to force a Roger Bacon punt as Seafried has Perry in the backfield with them, and that's who they're going to hand it off to. And Perry going right through the defense. He's going to pick up 9 yards, and Perry's been pretty impressive here in the first quarter for the Cowboys.
Yeah, it definitely looks like they want to establish Perry running that football tonight, and he's gotten off and running here.
Second down, call it about 2.5. Perfect time for some play action.
Yeah, I think so. The last time they had a wide open receiver in the middle of the field, just weren't able to make the connection.
That one he was looking for Jonathan Teague. I think he might have just lost it because he threw his hands up after the ball had just gone over his head. As he's going to fake to Perry. He's going deep again for Teague. Again, same play. He's at the 5. He's to the 1. He stretched down. They're going to pull him down to 1-yard line.
We just talked about it.
So you need an offensive coordinator next summer?
Well, we just talked about it as we take a look at it here. The exact same play that they ran on third down on their opening possession. It was overthrown just a tad bit, but this time they make the connection.
That was close the way he stretched out the ball. 23, Brian Bean on the tackle, but when we saw it from that angle, the way he stretched the ball, that actually might have been a score.
No replay in high school football.
There shouldn't be replay at any level. 1st and goal in the 2. We won't. That's a wholly different topic because I know I'm in the minority on that. 1st and goal on the 2 as Seafried and the Cowboys look to tie this football game up. They send motion. They're going to hand off Perry, and Perry is blown up by Luke Ferroni, the linebacker, number 5, lowering the boom at about the 4.
The last time that Wyoming was here, they turned the ball over. Roger Bacon's defense seems to really get pumped up inside that 5-yard line.
As we're going to see the replay here, somebody might want to block the linebacker next time. And that'll do it for the first quarter here from Roger Bacon. Our score after a 44-yard strike from Tanner to Jackson. The Spartans 6, the Cowboys nothing. While we have a chance, I'd like to get you guys the replay schedule. Starting tonight at midnight on Channel 4, Sunday the 7th at 8 p.m. on Channel 8 and 15, Tuesday the 9th at 2 p.m. on Channel 8 and 15, Wednesday the 10th, 8 p.m. Channel 24, Thursday the 11th at 10 a.m. on 8 and 15. Also, while we got the chance, let's go through our cast of characters, and we mean characters in the literal sense. Of course, the executive producer is Tim T-Bone Newman. The producer, director, the replay man tonight, Kenneth Pipes Allen II. On the cameras, we got the Bullet Bob Rinker. We got Lex Satterwhite, Kyle Molman, and Paul Jeter Jr. The graphic is Zach Baby Shaq Bays. The man to my left is the coach, Tony Bray, and my name is Rob Roberts. Very entertaining first quarter. We saw the deep ball from Roger Bacon, 44 yards to Jackson for the strike. Wyoming comes right back, marches down the field, they fumble. Now they come right back. They go to their own deep ball to Teague, and now they have it 2nd and goal on the 2-yard line. Can't ask for much more.
Well, the surprising thing, a pleasant surprise, is that Wyoming runs the ball exceptionally well, and to see them throwing the ball with as much success as they did in the first quarter was really impressive to me.
Whistle, we're going back into play. course, Perry's the deep back. He's got Tommy Campbell, the nose guard out front. They're going to pitch out. And this time, Perry's into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. We're tied at 6, one play into the second quarter.
Well, this is the first time that we've seen them try to run the ball outside. A lot of success outside this time on that left side, and they get the touchdown.
Well, after they got blown up, really 3 plays, if we go back to the last time on the goal line, they haven't been able to get any push up the middle, and now they pitch it to the outside, and Perry's a little shifty, a little back, able to get the pie line. And with 11:55 to go here in the second quarter, we have a tie ball game pending the extra point. The lefty puts his left foot into that one, plenty of distance, and our new score after the point after on a 2-yard Perry touchdown run. Wyoming 7, Roger Bacon 6. Thank you guys for tuning in to ICRC's coverage of the Ohio State playoffs. As tonight we come to you from Roger Bacon as the Spartans play host to the Wyoming Cowboys. I'm Rob Roberts, standing to my left is the coach Tony Bray. And good answer there for Wyoming. They didn't let that turnover affect them at all. The defense stepped up, got the ball back after the punt, and they marched it right back down the field as they've already got over 100 yards of offense.
Well, you talked about it a little while ago, Rob, when you talked about having been to the playoffs before. The turnover not affecting Wyoming in a negative fashion. They get the ball back at around the 49-yard line and take it right down the field and take the early lead here.
Wyoming, the only team to come out of the CHL, as they get kind of necked, but the CHL is not a bunch of cupcakes either. They do have Madeira and Reading. I mean, we saw Rashad Kite. Rashad Kite's one of the best running backs in the city. Yes. He missed the last 2.5 games, and he still led the league in rushing with 1,242. He was leading the city in rushing up until that point, so it's not like their whole schedule was a bunch of cupcakes. But Roger Bacon on the other end, you know, they played Baden and McNichols, and of course they played Alter, who you guys saw last night on ICRC. So contrasting different style of scheduling. We'll see how this one works out. Is Wyoming kicks this one off. Back deep to receive is Bean. And Bean, he's going to try to get across the 15. Nice block by West. He gives a 25 to the 27 is Bean. But West with a nice block because it looked like he wasn't getting past the 20. All of a sudden, he's out to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 Spartans.
Definitely a different look this time from the Roger Bacon kickoff return unit. The first time they started the drive inside their own 20. This time, excellent field position near the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Spartans. 3rd drive of the night for Tanner Sprong in the offense. He has Dalen West to his left. Jackson at the very bottom of your screen, number 2. And he's going to look that way. Now he's scrambling. Jackson's going to try to give him a little escort, and he's going to get out to the 35-yard line, give him 6 yards. He didn't force it. He got what he could and got out of bounds. You got to like the decision-making there for the quarterback.
Well, it actually looked like what they wanted to do there was run a draw play to West. West did an excellent job of seeing pressure coming. As we take a look at it here, he's going to step up and take on that block. Excellent job of West giving way to the run and taking care of his quarterback there.
2nd down, 4 to go for the Spartans on their own 35 here in the second quarter. They now trail 7-6 as they send St. Clair in motion. They're going to hand off to West. West cuts it back. He gets out of a shoestring tackle. He's going to get out to about the 44-yard line before Campbell finally takes him down. But 1st and 10, Roger Bacon.
Very impressed at this point with West, a smaller type of a running back as we take a look at it here. He'll break 2 or 3 tackles just getting to the line of scrimmage as we take a look there, and he's actually going to pick up about 7 yards on the carry. Just an excellent run, all West on that play.
How about the play from 68 along the defensive front for Wyoming? He's been everywhere, offense, defense, as Tanner just throws it out. He's outside the pocket, but speaking of which, the man right back in there, 68, Campbell's back there again. He was also back there with number 98, Tony Davis, the 6'4", 255-pound defensive senior, and he's also been all over the field as well.
They're getting a lot of pressure here early on with that front 3 that they're running, Wyoming's defense.
3-man front, shotgun, 2nd down, 10 to go. First Sprung in the offense. He's going to roll his right. They go right back to the counter with West. West makes the first man miss. Good block by Jackson. He gets to the 44, steps out to 43-yard line. He broke a couple tackles as he's able to get out there. The first one he broke was 6, Philip Schulholtz, and then he was able to spring loose about the 44.
Jackson is a special type of a player, Rob, as we take a look at it here. This kid, as a receiver, loves to downfield block. As we see a great block right there that springs West for another first down run. Excellent job.
How about the misdirection play call that get everybody flowing one way, you bring it back? Good play call there by the Spartans. and they're right back in the Cowboy territory at the 44. They're going to hand it off to West again. West hops out of the pile, gets to the outside, stiff arms a Cowboys. He gets to the 27-yard line as he just lowered a nice stiff arm on 44, Tyler Cornelius, and that sprung him loose for 20 more.
I've got to make an apology officially here. I just called West a smaller type of a running back, but as we take a look at it, he just showed us he was a man as he stiff-armed number 40 there.
Adam Chalmers took the stiff arm to the ground. Impressive run there by West. He's looked very good as we're at 11-10 here. And 1st and 10, Roger Bacon to 27. Now Tanner's going to go to the air, and he's going to get sacked. No, he gets away from it. He's to the 30. He's going to try to hop to the outside. He's going to be taken down. No gain. Probably the best no gain he's ever had. He wrapped up to Jaleel Allen, the junior.
Actually ran about 20 yards to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tony Davis was there on his back, 98.
An excellent job. Just an excellent job of keeping his footing there. And like I said, 20 yards east to west just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, 10 to go. Could have been a lot worse for Roger Bacon. For Tanner Sprung in the offense. West this time is going to line up to his left, and we have whistles.
Another equipment timeout.
How about 19, Farrell lining up at tight end? So really it's a 4 wide receiver set for Tanner in the offense. They're going to fake it to West. West on a nice blitz pickup as he hits Will Farrell to the 15, down to the 11. He's still not down. He's to the 10-yard line. He knew he wasn't down as he was laying on top of the defender. Nice pitch and catch for Will Farrell. 1st and goal to go Spartans.
Let's take a look at it right here. An excellent play action fake and a great job of picking up the blitz there, giving his quarterback time to throw the ball to Farrell, and then Farrell doing an excellent job after the catch.
And we have a Wyoming player down at the 12-yard line. But nice pitch and catch, but we had noticed that Farrell, the wide receiver, they lined him up at tight end on that far side. They just ran him on that little drag route. But give credit to West as number 3, Chris Campbell, gets up. But you have to like the way West, he didn't get the full body, but he was able to chip him just enough to give Tanner enough time to find a wide open wide receiver over the middle.
Well, Rob, a lot of times that's all you need is just that little chip, that little extra half a second to allow your quarterback to get that pass off.
After the injury timeout, 10-14 remaining. 1st down, actually, they're going to call it 1st and goal on the 10. Look like they might be able to stretch for the 1st down, but they're going to put it on the 10 for Sprong in the offense. This time they hand it off to West, and he's going to be gobbled up at the line of scrimmage. Of course, man on the spot as he's been all night. 68, Tommy Campbell leading the charge. It's going to be 2nd and goal, no gain on the play. As West comes up limping a little bit.
Campbell playing really well here in this first half of this football game. They haven't had a lot of success at all on the left side of that offensive line.
Well, if you look at the Wyoming defense, almost all seniors with about 4 juniors. As he's looking to his right, he's got a receiver to the 1. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Roger Bacon, 23, Brian Bean. 10-yard pitch and catch, the 2nd of the night, the 21st of the season for Tanner Sprong. Roger Bacon goes right back on top, 12-7.
Definitely what you want to see if you're the Roger Bacon coaching staff. These guys not phased at all by the touchdown by Wyoming. They come right back down and answer.
10-yard pitch and catch to go with the 44-yarder that he hooked up with Jackson earlier. He's got 2 strikes, 21 on the season now. And with 9:34 to go, Lindner's extra point is good. Our new score, 9:34 remaining. Here in quarter number 2, Roger Bacon 13, Wyoming 7. Thank you for tuning in to ICRC's coverage of Friday Night Football as we're coming to you playoff style from Roger Bacon as the Spartans currently lead the Cowboys 13-7 on a 10-yard pitch and catch, Sprong to Bean.
Excellent drive. A lot of really good play calls on that drive by the Roger Bacon coaching staff, keeping Wyoming on their heels and not being sure what they're going to do next.
Allen and Kaddish will be back deep for Wyoming as Linder's going to put his right foot into this one. But you have to like the way each team's responding. Wyoming's down and they score. Roger Bacon's down, they come right back down and they score. It looks like we're going to be in for a very entertaining game so far. 9:34 to go in a half.
This is high school playoff football, Rob. There is no tomorrow. Someone's season is over after tonight, and both of these teams know that.
9:34 remaining in the opening half. Lindner Spotting the ball at the 40, back deep once again. Allen 2, Kaddish 22. Schuholz also back deep. Number 6. On a chilly night here in Cincinnati, a high end over end kick by Lindner. Finally fielded at the 10-yard line. Out across the 22-yard line before he's finally blown up. That was Jalil Allen. So 1st and 10, Wyoming on their own 22-yard line. If you're Wyoming, do you just keep doing what you're doing with Perry?
Yeah, I don't think that you change anything at all right now. I think both offenses have moved the ball successfully, and there's no reason to try anything different at this point.
1st and 10, I'm going to put the ball actually at the 23-yard line for Seafried and the offense. Perry's had a very, very productive night. The tailback, he's lined up to his left. And that's who they're going to give it to as Perry gets stood up at the 22 and dragged down. Number 5, Luke Frioni. There again, he's been all over that middle linebacker position, been very disruptive in the backfield.
I actually think it was Jackson who got there first and made the initial contact on the play. Excellent penetration by that Roger Bacon defense. They were able to sniff that out.
2nd down 11. I'm going to say a loss of 1 on the play as they send the play in. This time they're just going to empty it out. 5 wide receiver set, including Robert Gomez, 14 to the bottom of your screen. Seafried in the empty set. Here comes Roger Bacon on a blitz. He's the left, the southpaw throws it up along the far sideline. 25 to the 27-yard line. Tried to break it free, but unable to do so was Jonathan Teague, his favorite target. And that's going to set up a 3rd down, about 7 to go. You're going to see it queued up here.
Brian Bean did an excellent job making this open field tackle as we take a look at it here. Excellent job staying with the receiver and not allowing him to get those yak yards.
Of course, if Teague's able to break that one tackle, he's going to be running for a while. And instead, it's going to be a 3rd down and caught about 7 on the 27-yard line. As this time, Perry's going to be to the right of Seafried. He's looking for Teague again along the far sideline. He's got him to the 48-yard line. Beautiful pitch and catch. Give him 15 yards to the 38. Give him 11. 1st and 10, Wyoming.
Nice 3rd down conversion that time by Wyoming. Bean gave a nice cushion. They were able to take advantage of that and pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10, Wyoming, as they converted another 3rd down here. As you see him hooking up with his favorite target, 84, along the far side. This time they're going to pitch to they're going to pitch 22 before he's wrapped up by 23, Bean. But this time on the carry was the speed of 22, Max Kaddish. We've been seeing Perry all night. This time he throws a little curveball. But give Bean and company credit. Lost on the play.
Kaddish actually one of the starting defensive backs for Wyoming. They give the starting tailback a rest there.
Perry now back in the lineup as they send trips to the top of the screen. 2nd down, 10 to go. Ball on their own 38-yard line. Seafried looking that way, setting up Kaddish on the screen. He's got some room to the 45-yard line. He's going to pick up 7.5 yards. That's going to set up that 3rd down and manageable to go. And Wyoming's been able to convert that 3rd down all night long as we're at 7 minutes approaching.
As we take a look at this bubble screen, this is about the 3rd time we've seen this already tonight from Wyoming. They like to get that ball out there to number 22, as we talked about, Max Kaddish. He'll catch and he'll try to pick up those yak yards after catch.
3rd down, caught about 2.5 to go. Ball just inside the 46-yard line for the Cowboys. Roger Bacon in that 43 defense. And we have a false start up on the far sideline as Kaddish was a little bit early, and that's a huge penalty. 3rd 2.5 is a lot different than 3rd and 8.
Yeah, it changes the philosophy of what you want to do as an offensive coach here. And now you've got 3rd and call it a long 6 yards to go for a 1st down.
But the way Wyoming's been converted 3rd down. 3rd down, 8 to go. 6:23 remaining here in the opening. Very entertaining Opening half here from Roger Bacon as Seafried with Perry to his left trips to the bottom of your screen. Seafried looking over the middle. He's got nobody. Now he finally slings it and is almost picked off. 19. Will Farrell jumped the route as he was looking for 21, Chris Dole. But it was almost a turnover. Instead, that's going to set up a 4th down for Wyoming.
Well, taking another look at it right here. Roger Bacon sending 6 on the blitz here, not giving Seafried a lot of time to sit in the pocket and find a receiver as he's been able to do on previous 3rd downs.
Well, he sat in his zone, but good job to Farrell to jump that as he read the quarterback's eyes. That's going to set up a 4th down, about 8 to go at the 41 as the Wyoming's going to punt it away with Dawson Rogers. And it's not going anywhere as he shanked it off the side of his foot. That's going to go out of bounds to the 40-yard line. Excellent field position for Roger Bacon in the offense as they look to build upon a 13-7 lead. 5:54 to go, 2 timeouts, plenty of time.
Plenty of time for Roger Bacon to increase their lead here and take a substantial lead going into the half.
5:54 to go for Tanner Sprong in the offense. We've already seen big plays from Jackson and West the whole night. Roger Bacon, with the exception of the one drive they started on the 2-yard line, they've just pretty much taking the ball right up and down the field. As this time Sprong sets up Farrell on the screen. And this time breaking it up is Allen, number 2. He wasn't having none of that. He throws them for about a 4-yard loss.
Did an excellent job. You can't play that bubble screen any better as we take a look at it here than Allen just played the bubble screen here.
Jackson just wasn't able to get enough of the block as they come right back and they set up the screen the other way to Bean. He's going to get about 2 yards. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 12 to go. As it man on the spot again, Allen back-to-back tackles.
Wyoming's defense doing an excellent job of sniffing out 2 different types of screens that Roger Bacon ran on back-to-back plays on this drive.
Referees are waiting for the linebacker to tie his shoe there for Wyoming at the 44-yard line. Now they can play it in. Big 3rd down for Roger Bacon in the offense. This time they fake. Tanner's looking to his right. That ball, he gets it out to Bain to the 43-yard line. You talk about a laser. He threaded that ball in there nicely before Chris Campbell, the DB, the junior, can knock him down. But a 1st and 10, Roger Bacon.
Well, let's take a look at it here. Bain doing an excellent job of bringing that ball in on such a cold night here in Cincinnati.
Allen there too, but that thing got from point A to point B pretty fast. As now Tanner's going to go off. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to pick up about 2 to the 41. Guess who? 68, Campbell on the tackle again from his nose guard position.
Tanner again on that particular option play, I think is pitching and making his decision just a tad bit too soon. He's got a speedy running back out there in West, and he may want to take a chance of just pitching that out there once.
That'll set up a 2nd down, about 8 to go. We're coming on 4.5. As Tanner in the shotgun with West to his right. As they send motion. And they're going to hand it off to the motion guy. And that's Bean as he makes the first man miss. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. But he made Allen miss. Or otherwise that could have been a big loss in the play as they ran that jet sweep.
Yeah, it looks like they should have lost maybe 2 or 3 yards on the play. But the receiver doing an excellent job that time. Getting his touches is number 23, making the best of those in Brian Bean.
3rd down, 5 to go. 4 down territory?
Definitely 4 down territory.
Let's see what they have in store. 3rd down, 5 to go for Tanner. As he looks, and he's got Jackson to the 25. He takes a hit, gets it to about the 24. He took the big-time shot from number 3, Chris Campbell, but it didn't let him phase him, and he's able to pick up an extra 2 yards. Nice pitch and catch. 1st down, Spartans.
Very impressed with Jackson here. Knew he was going to take the shot, concentrated, got the 1st down for his team.
1st and 10, Roger Bacon on the 25 as they're marching right back down the field. This time they're going to fake it to West. Tanner's going to keep it himself, and he's going to pick up about 1.5 yards to about the 24-yard line. We're at 3.5 to go.
Not sure if that might have been a broken play right there where Tanner wasn't able to get the ball to West, and we've seen him tapping his chest, letting the coach know that it was his fault.
But Tanner Sprong's been on the money with all of his throws all night long as we see trips go to the top. Jackson, single coverage to the bottom of your screen as West is to Sprong's right. 3:13 remaining, 2nd and 9. He's looking Jackson's way. He goes across the middle. He's got Bean again. The 15 to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10. Roger Bacon as they enter the red zone for the 3rd time tonight.
Bean doing an excellent job as we take another look right here. They're just picking this Wyoming zone apart. Yards after the catch are huge for any receiver, and right now Bean is picking them up.
How many times have they there in that drag route across the middle? It's what we saw again. This time they used Bean instead of Farrell. That's going to set up a 1st and 10 on the 13. And they're going to pitch it back to Bean on the wide receiver reverse. And he lowers his shoulder to about the 10-yard line. Able to pick up about 3 more yards. 99 on the tackle, but not before he could pick up 4 yards. And that's Tony Davis on the tackle.
Well, we've talked about this option a number of times here, but they come back as we take a look at it. It's an option reverse to Bean this time, who's able to pick up 4 yards.
How do you like the running back delivering the blow instead of the defender?
You got to love it anytime an offensive player finishes a run that way.
2nd down, 7 to go. This time they're going to hand it off to West. West cuts back in the hole. He's going to pick up about 4.5 to about the 5-yard line, and that's going to set up 3rd down, about 2 to go. What do you do here? 3rd and 2. You got to think this 4-down territory possibly again. 2:09 to go. You get first ball, 2nd half.
Well, they're going to take a timeout right here and discuss that. But I think in this situation with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left before the half, I think you run the ball. You've had a lot of success doing that. If you don't get it, you allow the clock to run down a little bit further, and then you take the 3 points.
2:02 to go. And while we have a moment, don't forget, stay tuned at halftime. We'll get you that to get you the replay schedule. But going back to the Reading offense, pretty much they've had their way most of the first half, with the exception of the one drive. Even though they started on the 2, they had it out to the 25. A couple penalties took care of that drive before they had to punt. But how impressed are you with Roger Bacon so far in the early going?
I tell you what, they've done an excellent job. Coach Hassel and his coaching staff did an excellent job preparing his guys for this football game. Defensively, they're all over the place. Offensively, it seems like Wyoming cannot find an answer for that drag route that they're running on 3rd downs. And then they're having a lot of success with the young guy running the football in West.
2:02 to go. Big 3rd down to go on the 5-yard line. They're actually going to mark it closer to the 6, so 3rd and about 2.5, 3 yards to go. This time they're going to fake it to West. He's rolling out to his left. Tanner's looking. He's going to get sacked at about the 12-yard line. Loss of 7, and that's going to definitely take out a 4-down territory as Eric Price, the linebacker, number 8, gets the sack. And they're going to run on the field goal unit.
Now let's take a look at this here. Nice play action fake. Not sure what the coaching staff might have seen to call this play. The one positive coming out of this play is that their best friend, the clock, continues to run.
Timeout on the field, Wyoming, the first of the half. So while we got the moment, let's go ahead and give you that replay schedule. Again, starting tonight at midnight on Channel 4, Sunday the 7th at midnight on Channel 4, 8 p.m. Channel 815, Tuesday the 9th at 2 p.m. on 815, Wednesday the 10th at 8 p.m. on 24, and Thursday the 11th at 10 a.m. on Channel 8 and 15. And while we got another moment, the excellent people bringing the game tonight, bringing all these beautiful pictures. Start with the executive producer, Tim the T-Bone Newman, producer, director, replay man, Kenneth Pipes Allen II. Of course, on the cameras, can't forget about Bullet Bob Rinker, Lex Satterite, Kyle Molman, Paul Jeter Jr., also known as Jersey Shore. Graphics, we got Zach Baby Shack Bays. The man to my left is the coach, Tony Bray. My name is Rob Roberts, as we see Lindner lining up for a 28-yard field goal just inside left hash, as he puts his right foot into this one, and it hits the upright, and Wyoming dodges the bullet with 1:48 to go and 2 timeouts. Wyoming has a chance to score right before the half. You're going to see them miss here, but they get Wyoming first ball, 2nd half.
Well, we talked about it at the beginning of the game and how important special teams would be in this football game. And now Roger Bacon has forfeited 4 points up to this point. 1 missed PAT and now a field goal that could have increased the lead going into the half.
They missed points there, 13-7 Roger Bacon. You talk about inches, 2 more inches to the right. That clears as Lindner has the leg. But now Wyoming, do you take a couple shots here with 2 timeouts, 1:48, and the clock stopping on 1st down?
I don't see why not. They've had a really good time here, or success with throwing the football here in the first half.
1st and 10 on the 20-yard line for Seafried and the offense. Perry to his right. Showing blitz, and here comes Roger Bacon Farrell on the blitz, and instead he's able to get it out under the edge of the 27-yard line. Clock's going to continue to run as he hips Phillip Schuholtz, but the clock's going to continue to run. 1:37 and counting. Wyoming hurries to the line. He tried to get out of bounds, but good tackle there by Roger Bacon to keep him in, to keep the clock moving. 1:27 and counting.
Fatty, get out of the way of the linebackers. Come on, Fatty. You're too close to a linebacker.
Seafried looking to his right, looking deep. Now he's going to swing along the far sideline and just out of the reach of Schuholtz to hit him in the hands. But that's going to stop the clock. 1:15, third down to go. Now this is interesting. Do you try to run the ball? If you do that, Roger Bacon used that last timeout. They're going to have excellent field position. Or do you just go ahead and take a shot and don't worry about that with 2 timeouts?
I think that they run the football right here. If you don't get it, you force Roger Bacon into using that final timeout.
See what they have in store here on third down. 5 to go. Ball on the 26-yard line. 75 seconds remaining in the opening half. 13-7 Bacon. Showing the blitz, but now they back off. Rolling to his right to Seafried, the left-hander. And he's got a whole bunch of running lane to the 35. Cuts it back to the 38. First and 10. Wyoming at the 38-yard line. He couldn't pick it up with his arm, so instead he used his feet, as you're going to see here.
Smart decision here to pull it down. If he doesn't get the first down, the clock is still running. Fortunately for Wyoming, he picks up that first down.
69 seconds to go. First and 10, Cowboys on the 39. Seafried yelling out instructions. Clock continues to run. They still do have 2 timeouts left. Seafried looking at his right now. He's going to come back to his left. Here comes pressure by Roger Bacon, and down he goes. Big old number 69, Kyle Coaster, gets there along with Joe Newton, and that's a huge sack. 52 seconds left. Timeout, Wyoming.
As we take a look at it here, Roger Bacon taking a chance, sending Ben Rose, the linebacker, on a blitz that time. He didn't actually make the sack, but he forced him to have to roll out into the hands of another defender.
Coaster and Newton there. Timeout, Wyoming, with 52 seconds remaining. 1 timeout for Wyoming. 52 seconds, still second down. It's 15. You can still have plenty of shots. Do you take a couple here? What do you do here? You take a couple shots?
I think that you have to. It's an excellent opportunity to try to get points here. Great field position. The worst thing that can happen is a turnover. You don't want that to happen, but I think that you have to, maybe take at least 1 shot to see what happens.
We'll see what the Wyoming staff, of course, led by head coach Bernie Barr, 36 years of coaching. How about this? 3-11 and 103. Of course, don't forget he coached at Beechwood. They're not a bad program.
He's a
not
natural
too shabby.
winner. Just a natural winner is all you can see about Coach Barr.
Second down on their own 34-yard line. Call a second down, about 15 to go. Seafried looking to his left. Now he's come back to his right. He's going deep at about the 25. This one's going to be picked off. 21, Christian Davis. He's going to fall down the 20-yard line. There's a turnover, but that's almost like a punt. That's 40 yards down the field as he was looking for number 11, Ben Kurtz, but he just overthrew him, and he actually made Christian Davis look like the receiver on the play. But first and 10, Roger Bacon, 43 seconds to go, 1 timeout.
Rob, you hit the nail on the head as we take a look at it right here. This is a deep pass, which is just like a punt, so you're not really giving up anything here.
And he just looked like he could have had something, but either way you put it, that's a turnover, the second on the night. -2 in the turnovers, that's huge. As right back comes, and they're going to get a false start on West. He leaned forward. Looked like they were going to throw the ball up, but that's going to be a false start. And if you're Roger Bacon, maybe you just take a knee and go to the locker room here?
Yeah, I think that they have to be pleased with what they've done here in the first half. Get out of the first half with this type of success, regroup, come back out in the second half, and pick up where you left off.
First down, 15 to go on the 16 for Tanner Sprung in the offense. West standing to his left. He's looking. They're going to sling it down the field. He's got a wide receiver. It's picked off to the 25, the 20, the 10, to the 3. And they're going to mark him down at the 2-yard line. There's that turn we talked about. Michael Travers on the pick. First and goal, Wyoming. 32 seconds to go.
We just talked about it moments ago, Rob. This is the worst thing that could happen to Roger Bacon at this point. And sometimes coaches have to be smarter than what we just saw right there. As we take a look at it here, they went back across the middle with the drag that they've had success with all night. This time, Wyoming sniffing it out and making a play.
1st and goal on the 2-yard line. Wyoming has new life. Perry, the deep back. They send motion. They're going to give it to Perry. And Perry is into the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming. And with 28 seconds to go, Perry's second 2-yard touchdown run of the night. Wyoming ties it up, pending a point after at 13.
Things change very